Hi everyone, my name is Natalie for those who don't really know me, and today I just wanted to share my testimony with you guys. So mine starts back from when I was really first born, where my mother couldn't afford to keep me, so she had to give me up and put me up for adoption. From there I went into a good few care homes while I was awaiting to be adopted. I found lovely parents who wanted me and loved me dearly. Growing up, I wasn't in a Christian home. My auntie was an atheist. My parents liked to go down to the club and have a drink most weekends, and I was encouraged to go out to have a drink with them and go out clubbing. And then one day my parents told me that I was adopted. I felt my whole world had just come to a stop and it all crashed. I felt hurt, I felt rejected, I didn't feel wanted. I grew angry towards people. I even questioned God as to, why is this happening to me? Why me? So I couldn't quite grasp why all this was happening to me. And I was very angry and I wasn't very compassionate against people, and just didn't want to know people in just general. And one day I met Nick, and who is now my husband, and there was like a soft side to him. He was very loving and very caring, and I found that he went to church. So one day he asked me to go to church with him, and I was thinking, well, yeah, okay, it can't harm, I'll go and find out what all this fuss is about. So I went to church, and I went there and I hated it, absolutely hated every single second of it. And they went every single week, didn't miss any Sundays at all. So I grew to fall in love with Nick, and I knew that if I was to marry this man, that I would have to change. So I was changing slowly. My heart was growing a little bit softer the more times I went to church, and the more times I listened to the sermons and started singing the songs. So my inside started to change. I felt a change within me. But there was something different about Nick and his family. There was something that I couldn't quite put my finger on. It's like, what was this sort of thing that I could sort of sense from them? So this went on for years and years and years, and I battled with church for many, many years. I never felt comfortable there. I always had a harsh feeling towards God, and I didn't want to learn about the miracles that Jesus had done or performed. Because I still felt, well, if I was rejected by my mother, then surely this God or this Jesus really didn't want me for who I was, because I didn't feel good enough for them. So one day we came to Baglan Church, and we went in and we started to sing the songs there and listen to the fellowship, and oh my word, it hit us both like a lightning bolt. It was as if God was actually speaking to me for the first time ever, and I felt something completely change straight away within me, something that I've never experienced before in my life. I felt a warmth, I felt at peace, and I actually felt at home. I felt that there was this something there that wanted me to come home. And I came home from the church that night, and I was in bed, and I was actually talking to Jesus, and I was thinking, please come into my life, please help me, please change the way I am, help me learn more about you. I want you to be part of my life. And I just kept saying this over and over and over, and I've never looked back since. Since I started praying and talking to Jesus, my whole life has changed. The feeling of rejection, the feeling of peace I had now, instead of feeling rejected, I felt an overwhelming urge of love and compassion, and I wanted to learn more about Jesus. And I have never ever been so thankful that I was accepted for who I was. It doesn't matter who you were before or what you've done wrong before, because Jesus died on the cross for me and took my sins and all my wrongdoings away completely. And now I feel loved. I don't feel rejected anymore. And it's an absolute amazing feeling. And I know that He will never ever leave me, that He's always there for me. So I don't need anything else in life. As long as I've got that, that is what's the most important thing to me. Material things don't matter. As long as you have Jesus in your life, that is the most important thing to me and my family. And that is my story.